Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Amos and today I wanted to have a candid conversation about what to do when someone you care about does not want to be helped, even though you know they need the help. As a follower of Jesus, I want to see the best for people. But not only that, this is a confession, I have a savior complex. If a person that I care about is in need, I want to help them. And I got to thinking about this, and at what cost? Are we supposed to bend over backwards and go the distance in order to help them? And as a result, are we supposed to ruin our mental health and plague our own life with stress when we try to help someone who can't or won't be helped? To constantly worry and concern about someone because they won't listen to you, when in fact, you're just trying to warn them that what they're doing, they're actively ruining their own life. Why can't they see it? You see it and you're just trying to help them see it. And what if this is an individual that you love? Like you really love them. Let's talk about John chapter 13, verse 34 to 35. A new command I give you, love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another. By this, everyone will know that you are my disciples if you love one another. So in this video, I wanted to clarify love one another. Sometimes to love a human, it will be difficult, especially when you're trying to help them overcome a struggle or a sin and they just won't listen. It's falling on deaf ears. But love in its purest form is a very powerful factor to help people. And I've learned that with some people, when you're trying to help them overcome something, right? They just need just a little bit of encouragement and love from us, even when it's very difficult to do so. That unconditional love and support will help them get out of the hole that they've been digging. Now, this is the difficult part because I take love one another seriously to the point where I've lost sleep. I would be super stressed and I would do whatever it takes to help other people. And I've learned there are circumstances where the people you are trying to help, it's going to be impossible no matter what you do. All efforts will be made and no progress will be seen. What I'm talking about is this: a habitual sinner, conspiracy theorists who have lost sight of reality, or addiction types of behavior that is self-destructive. And no amount of reasoning, listening, justifying, using logic, encouragement, being there for them, and etc. will help them, because oftentimes they know what they are doing, and what they are doing is bad for them, or they are in denial. You ever hear of that phrase before? Too far gone? It's painful to see, especially when you attempt interventions because you care about them. But this is such a harsh reality. But sometimes reality is cold, right? Some lessons in life are best taught through hardship and turmoil, which is a sad truth that I've come to understand. Unless the individual wants to be helped, your time and energy can be better utilized elsewhere. Now, I'm not saying that to be cold and say, I'm not helping you. Try multiple times, right? Multiple times to help them. But you have to discern when it's time to take a step back and love them from a distance. And this type of love is going to be different and even controversial, but from a distance, pray for them, care for them, and understand that sometimes it's out of our human hands and our control, and it's in God's hands. And if you truly, truly love them, then be ready to be there when they are ready to talk to you, to open up to you, when they admit that what they have is a problem or a dilemma. Do not get all jaded and annoyed and irritated and frustrated because you try to help them a few times and nothing happened and you're like, I don't want nothing to do with you. Don't turn into that. Do not turn your back on them when they open up to you. Because sometimes as humans, when we are addicted to making bad decisions, it changes who we are in that moment or period of time. Like we're just not thinking straight. I'm making this video because we genuinely might misinterpret what it means to love someone by enabling them to live and to continue to be in the darkness. That is no bueno either. If we truly love someone, then we want what is best for them. So try to help them to a better path. And if they refuse, at least deep down in your heart, you know that you tried and God knows. But if your loved one is looking for support in their endeavors to continue to sin, encouraging them is wrong. It is wrong. If you love someone, you need to have the confidence and the self-esteem to be able to tell them that what they are doing is not good for them. So if you love them, you will let them know that their actions and behaviors are not healthy. But here's the thing. It's not what we say, it's how we say it. So call it out in a loving manner and saying it because you care for them, not in a nagging way or scolding way or punishing way, but because you care about them. That's the angle that you want to approach it with. Never turn a blind eye to someone that is ruining their own life, but also have the wisdom to know that you cannot help them until they are ready to open up to receive that help. I'm going to expand on that at the end. This is a concept that has left me with unreal amounts of guilt that I had to go through multiple times during my work in ministry. I would be so hard on myself and blame me for not being good enough to help them overcome their addiction, their sin, or their struggle. And looking back, I know that it was unhealthy because I carried their burden and took it personally. But what I learned after the fact, now that it's been a handful of years, is if you genuinely tried your best to help them and it didn't work out, then it's not your fault. It's okay. I know it's hard to conceptualize being at peace even when what you did is not enough, but at least you tried. Because think about it like this. If you allow yourself to deplete mentally, emotionally, and spiritually because you couldn't help them overcome whatever it is, then going forward, you're not going to have what it takes or have enough in you to help yourself or to help other people that might be in need that could benefit from you. And that's why when you go on a flight and during the safety brief, what they always tell you is to put your oxygen mask on first before you help others. Help yourself before you help others. Because if you try to help others when you yourself are struggling, you won't be able to do so in a proper and an effective manner. So the learning lesson is this. If you drain yourself, and I mean drain yourself, trying to help a helpless situation, it's going to be devastating for you and your circle. Everyone around you is going to be impacted when you become depleted and drained. And remember this, you are never responsible for the actions of others. You are only responsible for your own actions and thoughts. And I wanted to circle back to what I was talking about earlier. And so the point is this, when it comes to sharing the gospel with people, if their hearts are not ready to receive, those seeds will not grow into a plant and foster and develop deep roots. Likewise, when it comes to giving help, sometimes we can do whatever it takes. Water it, give it sunlight, nourishment, listening, justifying, understanding where they're coming from. And it still won't be enough unless they are ready to receive. What do you think about all of this? This is the conclusion that I reached when I was going through ministry with a savior complex and burning out almost every weekend. And I had to come to terms that sometimes you can lead a horse to water to drink after a 10-mile run, and it still might not drink the water. It's up to the horse whether or not it wants to drink that water that you presented it. Likewise, when we are there for people and we try to help them by listening or to actively give advice, it might not help. And that's okay. That's not on you. It's up to them whether or not they are ready to receive that and make the change. But as long as you make that intervention and you go out of your way to help them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times even, then you know that you've tried. And do not carry that burden. It is not your fault. Anyways, that is what was heavy on my mind and in my heart this week. If there's anyone else out there, like in the field of mental health, or you're a therapist, or you work in ministry, or etc., you can probably relate to what I'm talking about. And if you don't work in one of those fields, then I hope you can actually listen to what I talked about today and maybe with an open heart try to understand where I'm coming from. And if you think I'm completely wrong, please let me know and please articulate as to why so that I can learn, so that I can overcome my own mistaken thoughts and my own understanding of this whole concept. I will talk to you next time. See ya.